Steve Smith is a legendary Australian batsman that is known for his unique batting style that has helped him amass runs in all formats around the world. His grittiness and mountains of runs have changed many of the critics' opinions during the course of his career, as he has gone on to establish himself as one of the best batsmen in the world. With his career now heading into its final few years, here we'll be analysing his batting style and technique. When facing the fast bowlers, Smith typically sets up with an open stance around leg stump. As the bowler is in their delivery stride, he has a big movement back and across his stumps from the back foot. Just before the ball is released, his front foot moves across onto the line of middle as he crouches in position. He has a deep bend of the knees and has completely covered his stumps. From here, he'll move forward or back depending on the length. On this occasion, he pushes the ball to the leg side. This following example highlights the key points to Smith's batting stance and trigger. He initially sets up with an open stance, then he moves the back foot back and across his stumps. Just before the ball is bowled, the front foot comes across as he crouches. On this occasion, he sees the wide short ball and punches the ball through the offside. There are some small similarities between Smith's batting stance and trigger and the legend Jack KALLIS. On the left, Smith makes his initial back and across trigger across his stumps. KALLIS uses the same back and across trigger, however it is not as pronounced as Smith, and it sees his back foot move onto the line of middle. Smith then moves his front foot across and crouches down. He has a slightly open stance. KALLIS plants his front foot right across as part of his front foot press and is more closed off. The difference from this position is where the front foot is. What is interesting to see is that both batsmen crouch low and have a good bend of the knees. You could say KALLIS probably has a much deeper bend of the knees. We'll dig in deeper later in the video of the importance of this base position. The biggest difference between the two are that Smith has a bigger movement across his stumps and the position of the front foot from both batsmen are slightly different. However, the crouch base position and the bend of the knees are quite similar. Smith makes his initial back and across trigger and crouch. From this position, after spotting the line and length, he uses a very simple method of planting his front foot to the pitch of the ball and uses the bend of the back leg to get low and to get momentum into the shot. At the point of contact, his head, feet, body and bat position are pointing in the general direction he wants to hit the ball. Smith controls the drive with the use of the top hand as indicated by the bat face and the position of the high elbow as he completes the shot. As he finishes the shot, Smith has excellent bend of the knees and he leans forward into the shot. It really highlights the balance and control he has given that he has such big movements across the crease. In this next example, Smith moves back and across his stumps. To give full context here, the bowling plan from England consisted of a barrage of short balls, so Smith is anticipating a short delivery. As the ball is released and he picks the line and length, because he was anticipating the short ball, he doesn't get into position to drive. He sets his weight further onto the back leg, as indicated by the bend of the knee. The bend of the back leg allows him to get low and hold his balance as he amazingly drives the ball through the offside of the back leg. At the point of contact, the front foot is nowhere near the pitch of the ball. Smith keeps a still head position and demonstrates stunning hand-eye coordination. As he finishes the shot, he's in a remarkable position. In the slow motion view, the key highlight of the shot is the balance from such a unique batting position. Before the ball is bowled, Smith typically picks the bat up towards the second or third slip region. As he makes his back and across movement, he lifts the bat towards the wicketkeeper's right leg. As the front foot comes across, the bat comes down towards the third slip region. Then as he spots the length, the bat comes up behind his head position. From here he plays his shots. When driving straight down the ground, Smith has very minimal movement after his initial stance and trigger. As the ball is about to pitch, his front foot moves slightly across. However, the shot itself is reliant on his hand-eye coordination. As we can see, the hands come through straight to drive down the ground. As we look closely, Smith's bat comes down the line of his head position as he pushes through the line. This seems to be the key reason why he plays the shot well in his own unique way. The still head position and the position of the bat played under his eye line is why he has control of the shot. Also, maintaining the high elbow shows the control through the line. In the second example, we again see how he plays under the eyes. The bat comes through under the line of the head position. In this third example, we again see that the bat comes through under his eyes and head position, as well as the high elbow to show the control of the glorious drive. Throughout these examples, Smith has excellent balance, which I believe is set up from the initial trigger and crouch, as well as the solid base position from the bend of the knees. Due to Smith's batting trigger across his stumps, he has driven opposition bowlers to target the stumps in hopes of trapping him LBW. What is evident in Smith's batting is how he always maintains excellent balance whenever the ball is straight. As we see with this straight drive, the ball bowled is certain to hit middle and off, and the temptation as a batsman is to flick the ball square while potentially losing the head position and fall into the offside. However, Smith here allows the ball to come onto the bat while maintaining balance and alignment in the hot spot zone. In this next example, Smith is nowhere near the pitch of the ball, and in fact, he is deep in his crease to a very full ball. However, he keeps a still head position and plays the ball late under his eyes to nudge the ball to leg. The balance and still head position when bowlers bowl straight, as well as playing the ball late, allows Smith to combat the straight line effectively. When playing the short ball, Smith utilises the back and across trigger perfectly to transfer his weight onto the back leg. He has a strong bend of the knees that allows him to go from low to high, which helps to get over the bounce of the ball. He has excellent high hands that allows him to control the short ball and also to get on top of the rising delivery. Using the weight from the back leg position, he uses the bend of the knee to rotate the hips as he plays the shot. We see in this second example, the weight is on the back leg and he has high hands ready to play the rising ball. He pivots and rotates from the back leg, which brings the hips through to allow the hands to pull the ball. The slow motion view shows the excellent use of the high hands and the rotation of the hips through the shot.